Let's talk about something that doesn't make any sense on the surface. You want to do something badly. You've thought about it, you've journaled about it, you've planned, you've hyped yourself up, and then nothing. The moment it's time to start, you stall, freeze, and avoid. And what's worse, a part of you knows this isn't logical. You've done hard things before, and this probably isn't a very hard thing. It's like a normal chore or task. You're not lazy, you're not incapable, but here you are, stuck again. If that pattern sounds familiar, I want you to know you're not broken. There's a reason this keeps happening, and it's not what you've been told. If you've ever been told anything about it at all. Because in my experience, no one ever knew what I was doing or what was going on with me. Because this pattern of freezing right when it matters most doesn't come from a lack of effort or a lack of desire. It comes from how your system learned to survive. And the way out isn't more pressure or more discipline. It's learning a different kind of safety. So instead of going to college, I built my own education from scratch, literally. I was deep in burnout, trying to recover from years of pushing myself to meet everyone else's expectations. Professors, parents, peers, but mostly my own warped idea of what success was supposed to look like. So I left. I created an independent study program. I thought, this will be my freedom. No more grades, no more rigid schedules, no more gold stars. Just me, my values, my creativity, what I want to learn, and what I want to do with it in the professional world, my time. And on paper, it was perfect. But what actually happened? I collapsed. All of a sudden, the scaffolding that had been holding me up, deadlines, feedback, approval, external validation, it was gone, and I didn't know who I was without it. I couldn't wake up on time, I couldn't focus, I couldn't finish anything. I felt like I was disappearing, like I was chasing down some kind of hallway looking for a door out, and there was none. And I hated myself for it. I thought, I asked for this. I created this, so why can't I handle it? Isn't this exactly what I did in high school? The same extensive structure? Yes, it was created for me, but I was technically doing even more then, and sports and exams. But now I understood what I didn't see then. The only reason I had ever functioned well before is because I was bracing myself. Structure wasn't just helpful, it was my armor. It was my foundation I depended on. But not just healthy structure like the one I have now. The one with rigid expectations. And when I took it off, I had no idea how to move without fear moving me forward. And that's the pattern I see in all of my clients now who join my program. Because when you're constantly operating under pressure, you learn to equate effort with urgency. So when the pressure disappears, even because the task feels too open, too big, too unknown, you don't feel excited, you feel threatened. And the most efficient way to keep you safe is to freeze, delay, wait for the pressure to come back so you can finally move. And that pressure comes when you freeze and avoid, and you're talking horribly about yourself in your head, you're stuck in the shame spiral, and the pressure builds and builds of guilt and shame until you're finally launched into action hours or days too late. This on the outside looks like procrastination or a lack of motivation, but really it's your body saying, I don't know how to move unless I'm scared. So it's not laziness. If it was laziness, you'd be apathetic toward the situation. The low self-esteem and the self-doubt and negative self-talk proves otherwise. Rather, it's a survival strategy. Freezing isn't a failure, it's a signal. If this speaks to you and you've been trying to rebuild motivation from scratch, then I made something that I think you're gonna really like. It's a free resource called the Self-Trust Scripts. It's a collection of simple phrases you can use in the moment when you're spiraling, or when you're second-guessing or freezing. These scripts aren't just fluffy affirmations, although those have a time and a place. They're designed to help your nervous system feel safe enough to move, even a little bit. If you want a copy, just check the link in the description or comment "trust" and I'll send it to you directly. So let's talk about how to actually start shifting this freeze pattern. When pressure has been your fuel for years, switching to something gentler won't feel good at first. It feels unfamiliar and unsafe. But sustainable progress is built on 4 things. Choice, not obligation, not fear, not urgency, but what do you want to do and why, not what are you supposed to do. And safety, does this feel manageable, doable? Can you handle the next steps without shutting down? Then clarity, because the brain freezes in fog. If your goal is too vague or overwhelming, your body will say, not yet, let's wait. So break it down until it feels clear enough to begin. And then compassion. You will never rebuild self-trust if you punish yourself every time you hesitate or fall back. Meet yourself with kindness and you'll move further, faster, more more so than you ever could with shame. These are the ingredients of internal permission, and that's what lets action become possible again. Not because you're panicking, but because you want to move. If you've always been seen as smart, ambitious, or capable, you may have learned early on that your value came from performance. So freezing doesn't just feel frustrating, it feels dangerous. The very thing that you're doing as a survival mechanism to feel safer fuels this cycle. If you're not achieving, who are you? If you're not succeeding, do you deserve anything? This is why this work runs so deep. You're not just learning how to move again. You're learning to exist without proving yourself all the time. And yes, it's going to feel disorienting, but you can never move on if you don't learn to unhook your output from your worth. And it is possible. You can learn a different way to work. And I say that because I did it, and now I teach others to do it. If this pattern of freezing and collapsing is your daily, then I want to offer you something that you can trust. I run a personalized coaching program for people just like you, because when I was at ground zero where you are, there was nothing like this anywhere. No one knew what it was or how to fix it. So I built it from scratch myself because I couldn't be like that anymore. There was no reason for me to live if that was my life. I see that you're trying hard, but you have to choose to be done living in this cycle of pressure and burnout. And I'm not sure if any of my clients are watching this, but running this little corner of the internet is the most privileged thing I've ever done. I get to watch everyone grow slowly over time while supporting each other, coming from the same rock bottom I was at, and then look back and realize they've made more progress in 3 months or 4 months or 6 months than they have in years. We focus on rebuilding motivation from the inside out, a skill none of us were ever taught, not with productivity hacks, but with safety, self-trust, and sustainable structure that works with you. So if this sounds like what you've been looking for, then I'd love to meet you. Just click the link below to book a free discovery call. It's truly a no-pressure conversation, just a chance to explore your story and mine, and then to see if we're a good fit, because you only want something that's gonna work, and I only want people who actually need what I'm offering. Whenever you're ready, I'm here. And as always, stay in this corner of the internet as long as you need.